Dr. Freedom here with you, and it is 34 degrees here in the parking lot this morning. Yep. Sadly, I've not heard any updates on the Julian Sand situation, missing somewhere near Mount Baldy. But like I said, it's not good because if I remember correctly, he was reported missing on the 13th, and it is now the 20th. Yeah, that's right. Today is Friday the 20th, ain't it? I hope it is. Okay, and that's a week now since being declared missing. So hopefully we'll hear something positive. And but like I said, it's not looking great. All right, today is January 20th. And on this day, I believe it was in 1934, Tom Baker was born. Now, a lot of people have been, know Tom's sordid history. Like I said, the man's no angel, but who is? But eventually he did become one of the most beloved characters in science fiction, who we all know now as the Fourth Doctor. So 89 years old today, Tom Baker, born January 20th, 1934. You can't really sum up his career. He's still the longest running doctor year-wise, 74 to 81. But like I said, gotta love Tom. He has, tried to make amends for some of the things he's done, and he is very kind to the fans and all that. Even now, this many years on. Sadly, he was not available for the centenary special. But we were lucky we got him back as many times we had. Between the newly filmed ending of Shada, plus his appearance in the 50th anniversary special, which was the best part of it. And so we got to think about Tom today, turning 89. Now the reason why I'm bringing up the Master is there's some folks out there who've been harping on the Master now, Sacha Dhawan's Master, and there's, for some crazy reason, they seem to be going on about how he must be before Missy because of this. Now, while like I said, I can understand, because for some crazy reason, when Moffat wrote the last episode we saw Missy in, which was not Twice Upon a Time, but World Enough in Time and all that. But like I said, when you break into Moffat's writing, everybody tends to lose track of details for some reason. And we'll go into that sometime in a later video, or maybe if I get to it by the end of this one. But, the way they portrayed Missy as being, for some crazy reason, was his last incarnation of the Master, yada yada bang bang. And that was never the case. The Master has always had a backup plan for everything. But the big complaint's not the fact they never explained how the Master came back, even though that one's happened numerous times, and I'm like, about complaining about that, and I'm like, guys, go back and watch the old episodes of the show. We've seen the Master sucked into a black hole. We've seen the Master get lit on fire. We've seen the Master, and the Master always has a way out of it. Yeah, they're claiming that he's a pre-Missy incarnation, and it's not the case. Yeah, you see, that's another thing they don't want to talk about. Yeah, I agree with that. It's the timeless child thing that triggered it. When the Master found out the secret of the timeless child, and I really wish they'd left that solution vague. That's the only complaint I have about the timeless child mystery, was the fact they brought Tech-Tayun back to say it was all the truth. No, they shouldn't have done that. That's the one thing I do disagree with. They should have left that whole thing vague. But, yeah, they've never done a thing up till, the thing with Bill Potts and all that, where he had the two Masters on screen, for that series, in the Capaldi era. And so I don't know what the confusion was. Well, then you got a group of people going, then the master just shows back up, blah, 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 with no explanation. The master never needed explanation for showing up. You know, what do you want me to do? Sit here and go, well, none of those other masters, all of them must be pre-Delgado because Delgado's master smoked a cigar. You see, and we haven't seen any of the other masters, you know, with a cigar. Oh yeah, that's right. I was glad they threw that line into the Power of the Doctor. Last time I saw you, you were half cat. The Master has a backup plan for any damn thing. But a lot of people also don't realize that had the unfortunate accident that took Roger Delgado's life, had that not happened, the original episode arc that was being planned to end the Master's arc was the Master was supposed to sacrifice himself to save the Doctor. And I'm not sure if the whole brother thing came in for that one, or I think that was the 96 movie for the brother thing. But and you know that didn't happen, unfortunately, because you know the premature death of Roger Delgado, you know, with the car accident and whatnot. But like I said, we've seen the Master get done worse, and Master survived. So it shouldn't have been a surprise at all. It's just there was a lot of people who didn't like the fact that, you know, Chibnall played the long game for those two episodes, you know, for that episode, you know, stringing you out to believe this was a good character, and meanwhile, Sasha Dewan was the Master all along, and O was, you know, long dead and had been replaced. But one of the things I liked about, you know, Dewan's Master is that he went a lot more old school than, you know, John Sim or Missy's did. You know, they brought back the tissue compression eliminator, which up to a point the Master had all the way back till Delgado. I know Delgado had it. I don't think they really showed it with Chris Pratt because he was too busy killing the president. Or I can't remember the name of it. Then there was Jeffrey Beavers, but he didn't use it either. That was Keeper of Shrocken. But the original Master, Roger Delgado, had it. And he brought that back. Plus, he brought back an ability the Master had to hypnotize people. Okay, yeah, thanks for adding that into the chat. Yeah, because I was going off the memory box here about how that was going to turn out. Well, there was going to be a line in there, but it was not done on screen, Mike. Well, one of the Master's final lines, if I remember correctly, and trust me, I'm going off the memory box, so please go, you know, wiki or Google this to be sure. There's TARDIS wiki and all that. I think one of the last lines that Ainley's Master was supposed to say as he was being burned up was, "How could you do this to your own brother?" And that line was never used. It was supposed to end like that, and they decided not to do it. Yeah, that's the thing. I do prefer the fact they grew up together. Yeah, and then if the 96 movie had spawned a series, and trust me, go look this stuff up. You know, you can't make this stuff up. It was going to turn out that all right, now this is for the 96 series. You know, McGann had it taken off and had a series been made based off that. The Doctor and the Master were going to be brothers. They were the last direct descendants of Rassilon, and the whole, I think, first series arc would have been the Doctor looking for his father Ulysses. The Daleks would not have been anything remotely resembling the Daleks you see now. If I remember right, they were supposed to be like these spider-like mechanical creatures, and all that stuff. No, I'm just bringing it. No, there's been no mention of the Master for Shooty series. I'm just bringing it up because people are throwing that up online again about how could the Wand be post Missy after Missy's character development arc? Because the Master is batshit crazy. That's why. The Master's always been batshit crazy. That's like saying, well, Sim must be pre-Delgado because Delgado didn't have drums beating in his head. So, crazy things like that. Well, I'm not sure. I think what the problem is, a lot of people have been asking why haven't the Ronnie popped up? Why hasn't the Meddling Monk popped up? The Ronnie, I don't know, because the Ronnie did have a series on Big Finish briefly, a couple of episodes. It wasn't a full-fledged series. Played by Shaban Redman on Big Finish. But the Meddling Monk has popped up repeatedly over the course of the Big Finish series from the Eighth Doctor adventures and things like that along that line. So the Monk was picked up again in Big Finish. So I don't know if it's because that's why they're kind of avoiding it or what. The Toy Maker popped up a couple times. Yes, it popped up a few times on Big Finish. So various adventures here and there. Okay. Yeah, that's another thing you gotta look at too. Certain rights issues and things like that. Okay, it's rights issues, but don't go. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the Ronnie had a couple of episodes on Big Finish, but I'm not sure how they worked that out. There was like I can't remember the name of it. Like I said, it was Shaban Redman played the Ronnie in those. I may be mispronouncing the name. I'm just going off the memory box here, but it was a while back. But also keep in mind, the Ronnie only popped up, if I remember right, in 2 serials in the original series, and that was Mark of the Ronnie and Time in the Ronnie. And like I said, she was very compelling because she just didn't give a damn. All she cared about was experimenting on what she considered to be primitive species. She didn't give a damn about the Master, the Doctor, or any of that. Didn't want anything to do with it, really. Now that would have made more sense, Mark. I agree with you. If the Ronnie had been behind the Flux as one big gigantic experiment, that I would have loved to have seen instead of bringing in Tecteun. Tecteun should have been left as a mystery. You see, another factor nobody's put in yet is the Rassilon's still out there. Remember, Rassilon got kicked off the planet all the way back in Hellbent. So that character's still running around, and and Rassilon has perpetual regeneration. So Rassilon can pop up anywhere. So yeah, that's what I was really hoping for in Flux, was it was going to be the Ronnie as well. I agree with you on that, but I kind of given up hope on it at this point. Well, the problem is Timothy Dalton up to do it again? Yeah, we watched, Lady G and I watched the first episode of the Night Court. The Night Court, updated version or whatever. And it was pretty funny. We enjoyed it. Also, like I said earlier this week, as I told you before, we watched first episode of Last of Us. And that's looking pretty good. And like I said, I still can't wrap my head around the fact that, there's Pedro Pascal once again defending a kid on a travel across, nowhere. But get a laugh out of that. First you had Grogu, now you got Ellie. Matt Berry would be hilarious, like I said, I haven't seen Toast of Tinseltown. I haven't seen that one yet. But I watched all the original Toast of London series. I got a kick and a laugh out, especially when Peter Davison started showing up here. Yeah, Toast to London. I love that series. Well, folks, I have just looked at the time. I have got to get going. So, take care, everyone. I'll see you all on the flip side. Be kind, be calm, be safe. Enjoy your Fridays. If I find out, from what I know, we're definitely working tomorrow. Unless, if I hear otherwise, I'll try to remember to post it here on the community side of the page. You know, because in that case, if we are working tomorrow, I'll be out here again tomorrow. So take care, everyone. Have a great day. Enjoy your Fridays. Good day.